Well, hello, and welcome again to Jessic Biking. As I said in my last video, I'm in between builds right now, so I figure I'd do another how-to video on something that I've done in the past, and had some varying good results from it. It's called pinstriping. Now, I'm not going to do the kind of pinstriping freehand which you use the long brush or the paint wheel, because well, for one thing, I'm not too steady in my hands with doing the freehand, and the paint wheels, well, if you can find them, they're going to be awfully expensive, because I don't think they use them anymore. But what I do is I have some very good results from using a paint pen. Oh yeah, I can hear you all now up there. Oh, you can't get good pinstriping with a paint, Sharpie paint. And I said, well, it all depends on what you want. If you want a brand new pinstriping, yeah, go with the brush if you're good enough at it, because it's a dying art. The paint wheel, like I said, you may be able to find them, and if you do, it's going to be awfully expensive. For me, I have gotten some, like I said before, good results. The first time I did some paint striping was with a rim. Of course, the base color wasn't exactly what I wanted on a bike, so I found me another set of wheels that matched, the color matched what the paint scheme of the bike. But the second one, my adventure in pinstriping, was with my Deco trike, the Delta, the Jasonian, which was a one wheel front, two wheel and back. And on that particular project, I used three different kinds. I used the paint pen with roller. I used the paint pen with freehand, which had varying results. And then I used the one with what I'm going to show you right now. This is what I used, black Sharpie and a piece of scrap wood. Now you can use a popsicle stick you want, but what I have found, that using this as your base, this will give you a freehand to where you'll be able to get a lot steadier, and like tape it with duct tape or Gorilla Tape, which holds a lot better. And then depending on where you want the pinstriping to be, you can use popsicle sticks that will give you a smaller increment of going out from the center of the rim to the outside, or by adding onto this will give you varying degrees from the center to the edge where the spokes are at. Now I've got two of them here. This here is the broad one that I'm going to be using, where I'm going to get it close to the edge here. And then the other one is I used a popsicle stick and taped it and added shim to where I can get more up in here. Okay, let's see if we can do this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the one near the top. And let me readjust the camera. Okay, that'll be pretty good. Now, like I said, I want to do the one closest to the edge here. Now, in order to get it right, I'm using a 26-inch rim, and this is not a bevel rim. This is a rim that goes straight down. You can do it on top, which I've seen some bikes, because there's like a little ridge here that you can do it with. And then you, to make it a lot easier, you'd have to adjust your depth if it's beveled. Now, let's see if we can, this is the top one. Yeah. Now this is the one where I've added shims to where I can get it more down this way. And then this one here will give it to me on the top. Now if you want the same size pinstripe, you can use it as the way it came from the paint pen. Now I can only find the fine point. So what I did to give me a little bit of broader tip, I cut the end of it off just a little bit. Turn it slowly. Okay, there's the edge. It didn't come. Gotta get some more ink on it. There you go. Like I said, it's got varying degrees. You have to make sure you got plenty of paint on your tip. Well, there's an idea of what it looks like. Alright. This is a spare rim, and I don't, if I do use it up there, I'll be able to repaint it. Now here is the next part. It's a lighter, a smaller tip. There we go. Let's see if I can get that a little bit better. Now you can see I got a narrow one on the outside edge, and I got a thicker one on the top part of the edge, which I'm going to have to, let's see, that's the narrow one. There we go. Now it's going to get pretty much worn away when you apply brakes, but it gives a nice weathered effect. It's not solid, but like I said, it takes a little practice to get it just right. But I'm just showing you the basics right now that it can be done. To give you an idea, this is what I did back on the Victorian bike. Now this here was a combination of freehand with the roller and then with the paint edge. And even though I've dismantled the Victorian trike, I couldn't bring myself to destroy these and reuse them for something else because I spent so much time doing research and designing and applying the pinstripe, which I mean, a lot of you say, well, I'm not into Art Deco, but I've been in for quite a few years. And here's another that I did on the console. This here was mounted in between the seat stay and the chain stay because I was using the front part of a bike and I had a radio in here. And there's the other part of it there that was done with both the pens with the guide and with the ruler. And I said it came out quite well. And like I said, it was Jeffersonian style, and it had the built-in radio. And like I said, I'm going to keep these and mount them on a piece of board and put them up on near the ceiling on a rafter. So, like I said, you're going to have to experiment to get your. You might have to do it a couple of times up there by sanding down, repainting. But I like the idea of using the paint stick because it's not solid and it gives you a weathered look, like it's got patina on there, like it's been on for a long time. And that's the reason why I like to use a paint pen with the guide. So until then, this is Michael from Dustic Biking wishing you a good day. Bye now.